what I want to take you through is what's happened really since these YouTube shorts have become part of my channel. Because what you need to remember is I've gone from doing vlogs, I've then done tarot card readings, one card pulls and things like this. But what has actually been going on in the background? How have my numbers all of a sudden jumped up to nearly 400? Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tech Talks and Soul Walks with myself, Julie Kubiak. Now, if you've only just come across this video because you're interested in the title of it, let me just give you a bit of background first of all. This is actually a part of a podcast which I release on a weekly basis, and it's called Tech Talks and Soul Walks. And mixed in between all of them, it's a combination of tarot, astrology, stuff like that, followed by a technology one. So if you haven't heard of this before, go and have a look for Tech Talks and Soul Walks or check out my other videos on my podcast playlist. My background is actually in IT, and I've had a YouTube channel since I had my first Gmail account, which I think was back in the late 90s, but I closed that account down when I got divorced. So my new account has been running since 2014, and it was a mishmash of lots of different things on that channel. It was just mainly things that I wanted to video and send back to friends and family back in the UK, because at this point I was living in France. During lockdown, like everybody did, we decided to get a new hobby or a new pastime, and I decided to grab my deck of tarot cards and start to do tarot readings, but I burnt myself out. Although I started off the channel with probably just 3 or 4 family, friend subscribers, I managed to hit 93 subscribers. But by doing tarot, I was doing 12 readings every week. Obviously, that is quite a lot of videos to record and edit. I just couldn't do it. It was just literally draining me. And even though these were short, like 5-10 minute videos, it takes a lot to edit anything. If you want it as perfectionist as I do, because I am a perfectionist because of having my background in IT, I know what I want to do. I know what should be capable of doing. And I know, therefore, what I want to present as a finished item. So after hitting the 93 subscribers, it didn't budge. I decided to resurrect my comedy videos, which I'd done when I was living in France, which are under the name of Mystic Prosecco. They are not serious, trust me. If you want to go and listen to them or watch them, like, you're better off watching them, to be honest, because of some of the things that are more visual. But Mystic Prosecco's tongue-in-cheek, medium, but she connects with spirits, and that's all I'll say. I'll just let you go and have a look at them. So I resurrected some of those videos again, and it wasn't getting any views, many or any, whatever. But then in 2023, summertime, I won a place to go down to the Google offices to a YouTube event, which was for aspiring YouTubers, let's say. I mean, I'm a YouTuber now, I suppose. I'm a content creator. And we learned so much on that day, background of Google and YouTube. Plus, as well, we learned a lot of information about YouTube Shorts. So what I want to take you through is what's happened really since these YouTube Shorts have become part of my channel. Because what you need to remember is I've gone from doing vlogs, I've then done tarot card readings, one card pulls and things like this. But what has actually been going on in the background? How have my numbers all of a sudden jumped up to nearly 400? So I was focused more on the content. I wanted to deliver something that was sharp, clean, crisp. It had to be accurate. I wouldn't upload it unless it was absolutely perfect, which meant it put a lot of pressure on myself. But these days with shorts, everyone can just pick up the phone and point and click. And that makes it so much easier. There's no editing involved. There's no scripting. A lot of it is just literally something in the moment that has been captured and you're sharing with the world. Back in November 2023, I was going to a YouTube event in Birmingham. So I popped into Selfridges in Birmingham. Still nighttime, of course. Took my makeup off. Didn't think anything more of it. Went to put it on a few days later. Wrong colour. And I was like, oh my gosh, didn't know if she'd given me the wrong colour in the box or if it was, mismatched wrong or anything like this. So I went into John Lewis at Solihull. And I spoke to the manager there, the Dior counter, and she said, you've been colour matched wrong. So I straight away grabbed my phone. I thought, right, YouTube short. So I quickly filmed a short on my phone, said to the manager there, I said, look, they've got to do something. It's wrong colour, wrong match, whatever's happened. And we're talking about the lighting and things like this. And she said, well, at least, they should exchange it or give you a refund. But I wanted that foundation there and then, so I had to buy it there and then. So the video was basically saying, please, Dior, if you watch this video, can you reach out to me? Let me know what I've got to do about getting an exchange or a refund because the colour match was wrong. And I'm assuming, can't think, maybe that was a middle of the week or end of the week. Within 12 hours, I had 40,000 views on that video. But I will say at this point, that video, although it went on YouTube, I got the 40,000 views on TikTok. And it absolutely ballooned up. And although I wasn't a big fan, a big user of TikTok, obviously the community was out there that was straight on board. But there was no scripting and there was no editing. So that one video that I put up, it actually ended up on TikTok with this many views. It ended up with 40,000 views overnight. So within 12 hours, 40,000 views. And the comments went absolutely ballistic. The backlash I got from TikTok was unbelievable. And it kind of scared me off a bit, even though I'd done nothing wrong. But there was no scripting and there's no editing. Okay, so that's really what I'm trying to get to. I just literally grabbed my phone and I spoke genuine, authentic, and just said what happened. Asked them to reach out to me. Now, because this was November, getting into then December, Christmas time, very busy time of the year, obviously it was going to be tricky for me to get hold of anybody. And that's why I put that video up. I had tried in vain to actually speak to them, ring them. Couldn't get through. Nobody could actually put me through to the counter. So anyway, the manageress of Dior counter at Selfridges reached out to me. And she said, as a gesture of goodwill to show you that there's no hard feelings, we're really sorry. We will definitely give you the exchange. But would you like to come and spend a day at the Dior counter with us? And she just said there's going to be some surprises there. That's all I knew. And I had champagne on arrival. I had over, I think it's about an hour and a quarter facial experience. So like a massage and lots of different oils and things used on my face. I then had a most wonderful tour through the fragrances of Dior, and they then asked me if I would like to go back to have my makeup done after my face has kind of like settled down from all this treatment. So they invited me back for a week or two later. They also gave me a massive big bag full of goodies and surprises in there as well. And I was blown away, and I didn't do it because I was after something. Yet the backlash and all the ripping I got on TikTok was absolutely shocking. When I showed the Dior manager the comments that were on TikTok, they said, that is unbelievable. We knew that you'd done this video from your heart center. You'd done it totally just genuine. You weren't looking for, I'm going to take you to court, I'm going to sue you, or, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't anything like that. I was just saying, please reach out to me. And they did. So that video actually ticked that box. They did as I expected. Contacted me very, very quickly and very professionally, I will say. And we sorted things out. And it wasn't as if like some of the comments said, oh, it's a bit like a bottle of wine that you've opened and then you want a refund when you finish drinking it. It wasn't anything like that. Nor like the comments that said, oh, somebody that's after nothing. Oh, I suppose you actually bought the foundation, did you? Prove it. The fact is, Dior could see my customer service account and they knew that I was genuine. So because I was genuine, they were genuine with the response that they obviously bounced back to me. And it just blew my mind. So when I did go back the following week or 2 weeks afterwards, the following video that I did, the short, absolutely rocketed. It got 5K views on TikTok just because people were then interested to see what was going to happen. And then off the back of that, then I did a long form video on YouTube. It's about an hour and a quarter if you want to go and search that one out. And that was about the Dior experience that I had and Charlie who did the makeup that day. Sorry, there's so many Dior people now that I know. Absolutely adorable, all of them. But yeah, Charlie did the makeup on that day. So at this point, my TikTok numbers were going up and I think I was approaching about 100 on TikTok. But I was still craving the numbers on YouTube. And it wasn't really moving many at all. I think I was probably at this point now on about 115. So we were recommended on the YouTube Partner Program to post shorts, post them regularly, make them fun, entertaining, whatever you wanted. But that isn't really in me. Yes, I can do entertaining, I can do funny, I've done stage, dance, drama, everything else like that. But my kind of love is in IT as well. So I wanted to do a bit of both. But the two weren't really coming together very well. So I was posting shorts, and a few of them did get some traction, did get some comments and things like this. But with shorts, what you need to understand is, like any kind of content, it's not just about the views that you have, it's about the interaction as well. So how many people are commenting, how many people are not only just liking, but maybe sharing it on to somebody else. So there's another YouTuber that I'm following, and her name is Susanna, and I'll put a link underneath with her channel name. And she does Ninja Foodi recipes, all done in a Ninja Foodi 15-in-1. And it's the exact same machine that I've got. So this one day, myself and my daughters decided we were going to have a go at the whole chicken and do this Sunday dinner. And I followed it to the T. Absolutely. I waited for the whole chicken to cook, steam to be released, everything. Literally step by step. The minute I opened up that Ninja Foodi lid and I looked in, there was one thing that she hadn't told me to do, because I was literally listening and watching it step by step on my Google Home Max. It didn't tell you to remove the basting brush, did it? So I basted it, for some reason put the brush down on the chicken, turned round to read the rest of it, put the lid down. Well, I was shocked, horrified, but then I started to laugh to myself, and I just grabbed my phone and I filmed it. If you see the video, all that was left of this basting brush was the brush bit with the red bit, and also the white plastic handle, which had melted. It kind of like draped nicely over the chicken legs in the Ninja Foodi. It basically looked like a piece of artwork. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon, is it? That video on TikTok got 22.7 views. It only got 3K on YouTube though, but I simply titled it Sunday Dinner Art, Follow Me for More. The YouTube High Five event that I was invited to, or won a place at, it allowed me to then step into the YouTube partner program for shorts. And the shorts partner manager that I have, she will send out tasks or challenges every now and then for us to keep our channel going, keep the shorts being posted, and obviously to generate interest for anybody that's into short form content. Because predominantly YouTube is about the long form content. So when a few of us from that YouTube event, we're all still in touch, when we decided to have a get together at Christmas time, end of November actually, we decided to do as many shorts as we could, just post them up, but obviously not on the same day that they'd been recorded. So we kind of recorded a whole load, edited them as we were going along, and then posted them throughout the weeks. Now, I teamed up with Lee Penn, who is Football League Adventures, and Connor, who is Connor Does Gaming. And we did actually get some really good shorts, and I also did a short blog as well of the day. Very, very short, it's only 5 minutes, but it doesn't need to be any longer. So when we met up at 10 a.m. in the morning, I spotted the HMV store in Oxford Street, and I remembered that it had closed, and I think it must have been before lockdown, or it closed and moved actual locations. And I was like, oh, let me just film this as a short. So I pointed to the alleyway that we'd all been told to queue up to have this meet and greet with this band who were going to then be in the HMV store in Oxford Street. And about, I think it was 1984-85, and it was to meet the band Aha. And that is simply all that the video said. I didn't realise that the flagship store, as it was, had only just reopened that week. And that video got me 7.1k, so over 7,000 views on YouTube. It got 10k on TikTok, but only 452 as it stands at the minute on Instagram. So as you can see, some of these platforms are more geared up for the short form content. YouTube kind of is a bit behind with everybody else for platforms where people go to actually watch the shorts. Lee and I had both wanted to go to the Winter Wonderland experience, and a member of the staff offered to take my phone and just do like a 360 spin around the room so she could capture us at the end of it. And all it was us at the end holding up our ice glasses with our cocktails in, going cheers. Now that video got 2.4 thousand views on YouTube. Obviously, it's things like tagging. So like tagged Winter Wonderland, tagged Hyde Park, winter experience, Christmas, 2024, things to do in London, all these kind of things. But it got only 406 views on TikTok. Only 406 views. Yeah, I would have thought it would have been the other way around. But this is it. You just don't know how a video is going to go. Next, we were walking past a big, massive hoarding where there was building works going on. Again, I think it was down the other end of Oxford Street. And it was a big IKEA being built or repurposed in a building that was already there, I should say. And the way they'd done it was amazing. It was like a huge, great big blue IKEA bag with the yellow handles. And I just said to the guys, I said, stop a minute. I said, I just want to film that. 111 views on TikTok to date. Only 111 views. But we're only a few views away, 3,000 on YouTube now on that video. Again, not scripted, just literally grabbed my phone, filmed it. No editing. That's it, posted it. The final video that I posted from the day on that day was when we were in the Lego section of Disney. Yes, I am partial to going into Disney store if they've got Lego in it. I'm a big Lego freak, but I do like Lego. And it was a full-size Lego Harry Potter in there. So we were trying to do a few shorts and things. Luckily, there weren't many kids around at this particular point. And they'd got massive Hagrid and then Harry Potter sitting down on a bench of some sort, like a big brick thing. So I wanted to sit down and just film it. Had a word with Lee and said, right, I'm just going to film this bit. Can you just pop your hand in the camera and just say these few words? And he did. And the video, all it is me saying, Harry, I like your button. And Lee then pops his head in and said, I think you find it's called a wand. And that was it. Simple. Nothing more than that. And that's already had 4,000 views on YouTube. So by about Christmas time, I'm pretty sure I had about, I'm probably over-exaggerating if I said I had about 250 subscribers then. Probably less, seem to think 235 rings a bell with me, but without going back and checking exactly all the numbers, that is what it was. And to keep up what I was doing and everything else, I would just film little random bits and pieces. Yes, sometimes I would get the urge to film something just short and quick, and that would be it, like giant size chocolate buttons, Cadbury's chocolate button, well, not just the giant ones, they were the mega ones, and they were massive. I'd never seen anything like them before. Again, it got the views. And one YouTube video of mine that did actually get traction on YouTube was one headed up, stop scrolling, rare find. Now, for those listening in on the podcast, you're going to be hard to understand what I'm saying on this, but it was an egg on the screen, and it just literally said, stop scrolling, rare find. And it would play a little tune, and then the little wheel, like a wheel in the old days when you were looking at the internet, and it would just spiral around every time you're trying to connect to Internet Explorer. It was that kind of wheel. It gave you some suspense. It gave you some anticipation, what's coming next. And that then just got 6.9 thousand views, that one video. So what was it at the end? What was it when you tapped on it to wait for the egg? Now, obviously, it's a timed piece of video. So I think the video is about 10 seconds in length. So it says stop scrolling, and then it does the spinning wheel for a few seconds, and then you've got something at the end. And that's like the payoff. And the payoff was literally just me sitting there laughing like that with my hand across my face, because I thought, how many views is this going to get? It's probably not going to get many, but I was kind of falling behind with posting my shorts. So I needed to do something. Because it had got 6.9 thousand views, I thought, I'm going to post another one. So the next one, I can't remember what was behind it. It got 9.6 thousand views though. So I thought, right, I'm on a roll. Let's go. Let's go and see what we can actually, see if we can tip over that bracket of in that bracket of under 10,000. And then the third one I did has now got 10,000 views. So it's like, result. So my YouTube partner manager, with it coming up to the Euros 2024, set a challenge to us all and said that we had to post videos and they had to have this particular hashtag in for the Euros. And if we posted X number, then we could win some merch. So I was trying to be creative with my posts, and I couldn't really come up with anything other than maybe the football schedule behind my head, do it kind of green screen, and drop my face in front of it or something else or someone else in it. But I wanted it to be creative. Now, I was trying to be creative with these shorts because I am not a fan of football. Yes, I do like certain sports, but football just doesn't do it for me. So I needed it to be creative or fun or have some kind of twist in it. Why do it normally? Why just put another short up like everybody else does? So I decided to use CapCut to do the shorts. There's one with Phoebe from Friends standing behind the text regarding the Euro 2024. And all it said was, along the text, opportunities for shopping with his credit card during Euro 2024. Phoebe ends up at the end just literally putting 2 thumbs up and saying, well done. As if, fantastic. Get the Euros 2024 out there so I can go shopping with this credit card. Now, I did a series of these, and with the same background, I did a Kermit the Frog, and it looks like he's jumping up and down on a trampoline. And it's almost like he's shouting. And the text said, looking for a new partner that doesn't follow football, Euro 2024. Told you I can't do these seriously. But the best one of the lot has got to be Daphne from Scooby-Doo. So she has the schedule behind her again, but this time she's actually putting her glasses on to look at the schedule. The schedule itself says England's path to Euro 2024 final. Let's wait and see. Are we actually going to get there? Are we actually going to win? Who knows? But she's just got this shocked look on her face. And those last 2 videos have each had 1,000 views each on YouTube. Now, yes, this challenge did stretch my imagination, let's say. But Lee had said to me if I go onto TikTok and use his TikTok filter, it's a CapCut one, and it's got these flags and it predicts, well, you have to choose your prediction of who's going to win the Euros 2024. And I'd never done a TikTok filter like that before, where you are waiting for those responses and pausing and things like that. Oh my God, I was panicking. So I'd got Lee on my laptop screen, I'd got my phone in my hand, and he's telling me how to do it. Right, click this, click that, do this, right, now record. And straight away, I got the first flag wrong. I said it was Ireland and it was actually Italy. Sorry, I said it was Ireland's flag and it was actually Italy's flag. And in all fairness, I do know what the Ireland flag is. Unknown to me, Ireland weren't even in Euro 2024 this year. Anyway, I had every single Albanian and Turkish football fan absolutely slate me in the comments on the YouTube videos. But I had to take it with a pinch of salt. I had to just brush it off my shoulders because it was my own stupidity, really. I'm not into football. I'm trying to do a challenge, which I'm just hoping to get the merch for. But it's fun, it's comical, and the video kind of is my prediction. I put France number 1. Whether or not they're going to be number 1, I don't know. But those that know me, my home is actually in France. But the key thing here is it was the hook. Every video that you do has to have a hook at the beginning to get them to entice in to watch or listen to the content. What is it? What you're going to give them? How inspiring is it? How much could they learn from it? But this hook was straight away, I said, right, don't know anything about football. Here goes. So I did actually put a disclaimer in at the beginning, but the comments were absolutely hilarious. So I did as I was told. I posted that video onto YouTube, did the hashtag that she'd asked for, and I posted it onto Instagram Reels and TikTok as well. Now, as of when I was just making a note of these numbers, as of last night, so this is like 11 o'clock on the 3rd of July, UK time, evening, of course, it had got 556,000 views on Instagram as an Instagram reel. That, to me, that has literally blown my mind. I was shocked. It's obviously funny because it's almost like I'm making a mockery out of myself. But 500,000 views on an Instagram reel. Amazing. It's had 62,000 views on YouTube. So that topped all of my other videos that I've done, probably adding them all together. That probably matches every single other video that I've put up there. And just on that one video. took less than 60 seconds to make. Now, I filmed it and uploaded it on the 14th of June, Friday the 14th of June, and I had 99 subscribers from that one YouTube short video. 99 subscribers. That is more on one video than I had before I went to the YouTube event, just from posting one short, because it was funny. It was comical. They were obviously taking the mickey out of me. I thought, God, I've got to follow this woman. She hasn't got a clue what she's talking about. But I didn't. And that was the whole thing. And I said that at the beginning, just like going back to the Dior video. I said, I can't contact you, can't get a hold of anybody. Can you reach out to me? So it's about being genuine. It's about being honest. Obviously, if it's a comedy video, then, you know, you're not going to follow that kind of method and that pattern for videos. But it was something which just captured their attention within seconds. And the common thing that was running through the comments as I was reading them was two flags that kept popping up, and they were the Albanian flag and the Turkish flag. But if you watch that video, you will see that I kind of put some of the flags in the middle. If I knew the countries, then I knew that they were, you know, good football teams, then I'd put them higher up. France, I obviously wanted to put first. UK didn't even appear on there. Sorry, not UK. England didn't appear on there. So no more backlash on this video and these comments, please. But I had to say at one point, because I got so disheartened with it all, so upset with these comments coming through, I had to say, I've actually got MS. If you put me on the spot and you ask me to do anything just like that and answer a question, I can't do it. My mind goes blank. My head says one thing, my mouth says another, and I have like no control over it. So even though I did know, okay, hands up, I didn't know the Albanian flag. The Albanian one, I didn't know. But I did know the others if I'd sat down there and thought about it. But when you're sitting there and you're under the pressure to actually choose which team it is, and yet I was like trying to say the team flag as well, I could have just sat there and just did, put a number in, and I probably wouldn't have got as many views. But it was the fact that the first one was wrong. I'm probably never going to live that down, but thank you to everyone that subscribed from that video. I do appreciate it, I really do. And I've commented back to every single person that has responded under that video. But the funniest comment was, and it has popped up, I think I've counted it 3 times now, different people saying, oh my God, are you Ronaldo's mom? Don't know. Well, I don't, of course I know I'm not his mom, but I didn't even know I even looked like her. But anyway, I've been told I look like Princess Leia in the past, but okay, I'll take Ronaldo's mom if I can have her cat then. So what makes a video go viral or a channel actually take off then? Clearly it is about that hook. It's about having that capture point to just grab their attention at the beginning, if it's a visual or if it's an audible kind of sound, or if it's something that's been said. Whatever it is, it's capturing that attention. They're going, okay then, you've got my attention now. What are you going to show me? What are you going to tell me? What are you going to teach me? What are you going to describe to me? And it's that hook that is what I would say has pulled everyone into all these videos. The don't scroll past kind of videos are exactly the same. The ones where it's football, but you're thinking, well, what's Phoebe got to do with football? And then you read the text. It's the text that caught them on that one. So there's various different elements that you have to look at when you're looking at the short, because that tells the YouTube algorithm. It decides who to pass your video on to next and who to share it to and where for it to appear. And if people are liking and commenting and replying and there's a discussion going on, the bots, the YouTube algorithm is thinking, oh, this has obviously got a lot of traction, a lot of interaction. Let's get it out to more and more people. See if anybody else would like to be interested in it. See it, comment on it as well. So that wraps it up for this episode of Tech Talks and Soul Walks. I know it's a bit different, but I just wanted to explain that this has really blown my mind. I've been giggling about this for weeks, and as I post more and more of these videos, I'm getting more and more subscribers. But hopefully I'm going to get to 400 subscribers very soon. If there's anybody in here that isn't subscribed at the moment, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to like this video and share it. Share this video. Let somebody else have a good laugh at my mistakes. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Tech Talks and Soul Walks, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Thanks.